Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Learning Torah Lishma. There's a famous teaching in ancient Jewish wisdom, and that is Mibsarcha al tis'ale. Do not forsake from your own flesh, meaning, in the most literal sense of the term, do not forsake your children. They are your flesh. B'damai chayi, we say by the bris. With your blood you will live. With your blood you will live. The Kain Gadol, part of the Avodah in the Beis HaMikdash, is Rika Sadam. When the blood is flicked onto the Mizbeach, the altar, or onto the curtain, on Yom Kippur, the holiest day of the year, there is Zrikas. There are Zrikas on the Mizbeach, on the altar, and on the curtain, the inner curtain. In the times of Shlomo Melech, it was a door. And in the second Beis HaMikdash, it was an amma thick, the curtain. Let's begin. There's a big issue today, which we've mentioned before, but we want to go into it a bit more depth. There's a big issue today, and that is brothers forget about their sisters, sisters especially forget about their brothers, parents, mothers forget about their sons and daughters, or we should say daughters and sons. Fathers forget about their sons and daughters. And really, to a father, they're really both equal. They forget about them. This idea that you're my blood, you understand? The Shiva Kroivim, you understand? You're my blood. It's something forgotten. It's something very weak today. It used to be that people would go to war if you did something to my blood, my son, my daughter, my parents. You understand? People would, it was considered their honor when you did something improper, indecent, or didn't care about their blood. Today, a man gets married, a young boy, a girl gets married, a woman, and they forget about their siblings that aren't married. Forget about them. Mibsarcha al tis'ale. B'damai chayi, damecha. It's your blood. How do you forget about them? Parents. Going with all the nonsense. Every time you try to bring up the topic, they just hurt you with the nonsense. They try to put you down, and they hurt you. Like you have to follow all the nonsense instead of them sticking up for you. And them telling the Shadchanim, stop with the stupid resume. I want my son to meet a girl, meet her, without all of this nonsense. They don't stick up for you. You're lucky if they do anything, but definitely they do not stick up for you. A brother or a sister that have a business, they could have this attitude. I don't hire relatives. Mibsarcha al tesali. I understand that if something goes wrong, the risk here is much bigger than if it's someone that is not a part of your life. Absolutely. But you should have pride in your bloodline. And you should be willing to take the risk. Mibsarcha al tesali. Now, at the same time, go to a wise sage and learn how to do things to avoid that from happening. A very simple way to do that is you could say, listen, uh, I want you to learn how to do it. I'm not hiring you to be a worker here. I'm hiring you so you could learn how to do it yourself. And then you could see when in the workplace, you could see how they work, how it goes, and you could see if you want to turn that into that they are official worker in your workplace. You understand? So you know, obviously not the same type of worker like everybody else, because it's your blood. You understand? It's your bloodline. It's obviously not the same, but it's obviously on a higher level. But they're not. You do not turn around. Not only that. Not only should you be open, if they ask you, you should allow them to enter, but you should offer. You understand? That's called bloodline. Having respect for your bloodline, whether it's your son, your daughter, your kids, your father, the Shiva Krivim, you understand? Your bloodline. You should have respect for your bloodline, right? Also a nation. You should have respect for your nation. You understand? If you're someone that comes from Greece, you should have someone from Greece should come before. If you're an American should come before than bringing people in on these like visas to get them to work. An American should come before. If you're a Jew should come before. You understand? If you're a Christian should come before. A Muslim should come before. If someone is Hindu or a Buddhist, whatever it may be, you understand? Your bloodline, and then it expands out, obviously, into, you know, country, ideology, religion, and so on. Nipsarcha al tis'ale. Have a person, part of being, especially a man, but also a woman, is having deep respect for your bloodline. And the fact that parents could just sit around and allow resume to prevent their sons and daughters from getting married. They don't open up their mouth. If they open up their mouth, it's only to put you down and also to tell you that you should be doing resume. If they open up their mouth, you understand? Such stupid people, unfortunately. So, mibsarcha al tesale. People do not have pride for their bloodline. They do not show a special affinity. They do not give a special first place to their bloodline. This is a very big issue, and a person needs to learn about what it means bloodline, and needs to respect it. You know, and you need to do the actions of someone that respects their bloodline. Whether you feel it or not, eventually it will come. If you just do the way you're supposed to treat a bloodline. This is extremely important. And hopefully, with people respecting the bloodline, so many issues, we just, mentioned too, so many issues could fall away. So many issues. So many things. I love you and Hashem loves you more.